Today we are going to discuss about array of structures and how to pass array of structures and array of structure pointers. Three things: array of structures, array of pointers to structures, and how to pass array of structures to functions. These three things we are going to see. So as usual, we'll start with an example. So it's a pure example based modeling. We'll have a first structure declared or structure defined, we can say. So struct is student, and we will have this input output header file and ending with a semicolon, and we have three members: char, name of size 15, that is age, int age, float CGPA, so 15 plus 4 plus 4, 24, that's the size. So int name we have. In here we're going to declare struct student is a data type, and we have array name, and we will have a 5 members. So this stu is the array name, 5 is the number of members in the array. It's a contiguous array, it's a static array. So struct student is a data type. So this is array declaration. So now when I declare array, each one will be allotted with 24 bytes. So 24 into 5. Totally that many bytes will be allocated for the structure array. This is structure, array of structures. So struct student is the array of structures. So how many members are there? There are 5 members. stu0 is one member, that's the first member. stu1 is the second member. stu2 third member. stu3 fourth member. stu4 is the fifth member. There are 5 members, 5 structure members. These are the names of the structure variables. So variable 1 is stu0, variable 2 stu1, stu2, then variable 4 is stu3, variable 5 is stu5. So if you want to store numbers, or if you want to fill the members for this one, say for example stu of 0 dot age equal to say 33, stu1 dot age equal to 44. I can store like this. So this is a name, name dot. So this is the name of the structure. There are 5 structure variables which are contiguously placed. stu is the starting address of the, because name of the array is stu. stu is the name of the array is starting address of the array. So if you type printf %d name of the array is stu, it is nothing but the starting address of the array. You see this 4, 5, 6, that's the address. Or if you print the whole stuff, say ampersand of stu of 0, that's the first element, starting address of the first element, or both will be same. So I'll add you see name of the array, starting address of the first one. So if you want to go to the second element, I can just go with 1. I can add 1 here, or I can add 2, 3, 4 like that, or I can do array arithmetic, pointer arithmetic, stu plus plus. If I do stu plus plus, then it will point to a second element. Say in this case, say printf will just try to print the address of the second one. So if I just do stu, you cannot do plus plus because it's array cannot be changed. You can just say stu plus 1. You cannot just assign back. stu plus 1 is okay, but you cannot do stu equal to stu plus 1. So this stu plus 1, this stu, 0th element's position, first element position. So now if I print this one, we will just this one. So 4, 5, 6, then 480. Totally how many bytes between that? 24 bytes are between that. So likewise, it's a contiguous memory. There is no gap between that. That's what I want to say here. So if you print stu2, then it's 24 bytes, and again stu plus 3, 24 bytes, then stu plus 4. So plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, and plus 4. You can just say \n. Now if I have this one, see 456, 480, 504, all are 24 gap. So each array sizes, each member size is 24. So that's a way to do, right? So that's address of every element starting. Instead of this one, you can just this is equivalent to ampersand of a of 0. This is equivalent to ampersand of a of 1, and this is equal to ampersand of a of 2. This is ampersand of a of 3. This is ampersand of a of 4. Likewise, we have all these address. But if you want to access, how to access, you can use either this way, stu of 0 or 1, you can access the element directly, or if you want to use array name, if you want to use a pointer based thing, say for example stu.age, stu is pointing to by default, it is pointing, but if you want to, for this one, if I want to use stu instead of square braces, I can just put stu plus 1, then I have to resolve, you just have to resolve star, then dot age equal to 44, or you can just say 55. So now if we try to print, let us try again printing these things. So here I will comment out all these. So printf before this and after this print. So stu of 1 I made it to 44. Here we will just use this one dot age, the whole thing will print. So you assign with 44 here, and so the way we are assigning is stu of 1 will point to the second element in the array. Star means it will resolve. So it's if you resolve, you will be getting a dot operation. That's so now it should be printing 44 for this, then 55 for this, because it is 44 I am printing this one. The same is changed to 55. So 44, 55 should be coming. stu of 1. So 44, 55. So that's a change in this one. So stu of 1 will point to the second element. Star is a resolving, then dot age, we are just putting 55. So this way we can change, or just better go with the this one. It's simplistic, 0 of 1 and 1. Or in this case, if you want to use a pointer based thing, say for example stu of 1 is directly pointing to the second one's address, I can use the arrow. stu of 1 it points to the that's this one. So okay, so this way we are not storing address only, we can use or arrow operation. We are not storing address because it's a structure itself. So stu of 1 star, I can use a dot operation, or I can directly use the 1, 2, everything. So it just gives you some basic understanding for this once you type and understood these things. Okay, now this array of structures. Now, here if you want to pass this array of structures, say for example, sometimes first we will get the values to this one. So here get input, we'll just say get input is a function. This function will get input and store it in the array of structures. So we will pass this one get input. We'll call this. How to pass this array? stu. Stu is the name of the array. Name of the array means address. If you are passing address, last session we are discussing, you have to get it as a pointer. So pointer, say m, I'm just putting. So the m is now pointing to this one, or this by default is array passing is a this way of passing, array name passing is actually a pass by reference, or we can just directly with just a simplistic way m of empty braces, we'll just put it. And the size you have to specifically mention what's the size, so you can just pass it 5 here. So here then we can just say int size is 5. So for I will just say int I equal to or size, we'll just put a for loop for I equal to 0, I less than size I plus plus. In this one we can get a scan of everything. So int I is declared. Now 5 array 5 student structure is coming. Its size is 5. So now what are the members? Members are so we can just put a get us m of I dot name this way, because it's this one. Okay, or you can just put a scan of percentage t m of I of age, scan of percentage t m of I of CGPA. So here this m of I is a structure, but here we have to mention ampersand for this too. So this way we can get a address for this. So this one will get from us 5 things. So for example, we'll just declare it. So it is waiting. It's waiting here. So it is in this function get input. So we'll enter some names A, B, C, D, numbers. Okay. Then again one string. I'll enter numbers. Again some strings. Numbers. It's using this. It's taking this enter as a key for the next input, so we'll just have to put this one before scan of, we'll just put this one before, so it runs for 5 times. A flush we have to do. A flush stdin. It's better to flush it before 5 input. It got the first name and each 3 inputs it is getting, so whatever it can be it gets. So it's running for 5 times. So F flush, why we are doing flushing? Because if you enter a name and after that you press enter key, that enter key acts as an input to the next one. That's why. So for example here you enter CGPA, after that you press the enter key. The enter keys as an input it will be given to a name. So the name will be stored with the enter keys ASCII value. So that's why reason we are flushing it. So that's also for input. Flush it, better to flush before getting any input. So here also we can flush it, otherwise okay. So this is the example which says about passing the structure. So structure is passed, structure array of structure is passed with the array name goes here, and this structure name, and you have to just get it like this way. You pass the size, you can use the size of the array to get the inputs to manipulate things. Whatever you got it here will be reflecting here, because it is actually passed by reference. Why it's passed by reference? Because we are passing the array name. Array name is nothing but a starting address. Since you are passing its address, you are getting it as a pointer here. So this way you can get it, or you can use a star. With star you can use. So this is the array of structures. The next session we will see an array of structure pointers. Thank you.